Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. I hope everyone is doing well. I am so blessed and so fortunate that the top three reached out and asked to do a quick video. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about challenges and adversity and how do we deal with them. Some of us deal with them a little bit better than others. And I would think it's because either you've been conditioned to do so, whether it's from your upbringing or just throughout your military career, you've just been able to build that resiliency or that reservoir to where, like, when things happen, you're like, oh, this ain't nothing, it could be worse. And then there's other individuals who just have a little bit more of a challenge with that. There's nothing wrong with that. This is where we as leaders have to step in and try to help those individuals who have a little bit more of a challenge whenever things happen to them. And so one of the first things that I had to learn is how I deal with adversity is completely different from somebody else. So if somebody came to me with something that in my head, I'm listening and I'm thinking, like, that ain't a big deal. Like, why is this person so worked up about it? Me saying it is not going to help them. That is absolutely not going to help them. But what I can do is say, listen first. Listen and not listen to respond to them, but listening to show that you're present, taking down little notes, being able to regurgitate some of the things that the individual said to them, and then, try to sit down with the person and help them come up with a solution and not just you giving them, the answers to it, because at the end of the day, it's not going to help them grow. And so with that, what I've learned also is that, man, you cannot say that's really not a big deal, because it's a big deal to them. What I can say is, wow, I really, I feel for you. I feel with you, what you're going through. Let's figure out how we can help you get past this, and not trying to teach them how to cut corners, because y'all, if you do, I'm telling you, life will hit you on the blind side, because challenges and adversity are placed for us to grow. It is a gift. And this is something that you have to learn and you have to believe it. It didn't come to stay, it came to pass. And so look at it in the mindset of a positive and not a negative, because how many times when something happened to you and you start thinking negative, like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to me. Woe is me. Why me? All this stuff. It is a negativity trickle down effect. Whereas if you look at it like, okay, all right, this is going on, this is happening. No, I don't like it. But what is this here to teach me? There is a lesson and a blessing in any challenge or adversity that you go through. And you have to learn to say, this didn't happen to me. This happened for me. Because you're going to gain something out of that. You're going to get a gift out of that. I promise you that. Whether you believe it or not, and a lot of times when you're going through it, you can't see big picture. You can't see past what's going on right now, which is painful, right? You're going through it, you're hurting. You feel like you're the only one that's going through it. And I'm here to tell you, you're absolutely not. There is nobody exempt from adversity and challenges. Nobody. I don't care if you're rich, poor, whatever your nationality, gender, all of us go through challenges and adversity. And that is not a bad thing. And when you're going through that stuff, like I said, a lot of times you can't see past the pain. And so that's why it is important that you have a circle of friends or mentors or somebody that can be able to speak on those blind spots that you have. Because 9 times out of 10, when you're emotional, you have a hard time rationalizing things and seeing things through, the lens of positivity, right? And so I talked about how challenges and adversity is there's a gift. They're gifts, and there's lessons and blessings in it. Now, what I have to tell myself is when I'm going through it, I have to take pause. I have to take a breather. I have to say a quick prayer to bring myself down, calm myself down. And sometimes I have to phone a friend or my husband, because those individuals are able to bring me down to a level that I am calm so I can be rational, and that I don't react to the challenge or adversity. There's a difference between reaction and response. Now, reaction is just like, trigger. You say something or something happens and you're ready to retaliate, and there's normally a negative. Whereas when you respond from a place of articulation. You've thought it through. You've turned down your emotions to where you are logical and you're rational in your thought process, and you won't say something that you can't take back. And so being able to know the difference between responding and reacting, and not responding to adversity, but reacting to it. And be mindful, like I said, we talked about that, being mindful of how you speak to yourself. Like how you manifest and how you speak to yourself is imperative. It says a lot about you, and it gets you out of the victim mindset. Do not be a victim of anything that has happened. And remember what I said, it didn't happen to you, it happened for you. There are things in my life that has happened that are very traumatic. And a lot of us, we carry those traumas. And how you carry those traumas will show a lot about how you deal with adversity too. And so being able to deal with those trauma patterns and share those trauma patterns and deal with them, and not try to compartmentalize and hope that they don't manifest themselves, because I promise you they will. They absolutely will. And when you least expect it, when you think you're doing good and you're on a high, and then something triggers it. And so dealing with those challenges, you have to deal with them. And some of them take a little bit longer to get past than others. And that's okay. That is okay, because none of us are perfect. There's none of us are perfect. I called myself a bag lady for a long time. I was carrying all that baggage from my past, and I was living in the pain of my past and being a prisoner of that. And when you are learning, when you finally learn how to let that stuff go, oh my God, oh my goodness, the freedom of that, it's like the weight of the world is lifted off of you. And it's such an amazing feeling. And don't you want to feel that way? Absolutely. You absolutely do. And that's why it's not a bad thing to go to counseling. They have these different resources for a reason. We are in one of the most stressful career fields. If you do a Google search and you see the top stressful jobs, we are up there in the top 5 or top 10. And so we need somebody to help us do a sanity check. And it's okay. I'd rather us do a sanity check than to continue to carry it, and then we lash out and we do something that we will regret. And then the other thing is, guys, sometimes people are removed out of our life. Whatever the higher source that you believe in, I believe in God. I believe God removed people because he has seen things that we haven't seen. He has heard conversations that we weren't privy to. And so he did what we probably wouldn't do. So how many times you've been in a relationship and you're like, man, I've invested so much time in this relationship, whether it's a marriage, friendship, even your family, you like to put a time on it, but why go through another X amount of those years allowing this person to hurt you? So he did what you wouldn't do. He removed those people out of your life. So thank your lucky stars. Clap on it. Praise on it. Hallelujah. Won't he do it? Won't he will? And so that's the thing. It's just really a mindset shift. You have to change your mindset, and it will change the trajectory of your life. I promise you that. Being present in the moment, dealing with those challenges, and being able to share them, because I'm telling you, somebody else has been through the same thing or going through the same thing, and you will be a testimony for them. Guys, I hope this was helpful. I know for me, it has been helpful for me and all the challenges that I've been faced with lately, dealing with my mother-in-law with her stage 4 cancer, PCS in short notice with humanitarian, car just stopped working and my husband's not here. Like, when I tell you, it's just been so many things coming at me. I can smile because I have gratitude. I have faith. I'm grounded in faith. And I have such an amazing group of friends, mentors, and family members that continue to pour into me. So my cup is not empty and I'm not running on fumes. I have fuel in me. And this is something that you also need to do. And so I'm not telling you just to tell you, because Lord knows in heavens, I have been through it. And I'm still able to smile about it. So y'all go out and do something nice for somebody. Don't expect nothing in return. And I love y'all and ain't nothing you could do about it. Bye.